talk shows featuring such prestigious public figures as Dr. Phil or and one that attract millions of data viewers and constitute powerful influence in the American scene. When the media can hold the attention of so sizable an audience, it pays to scrutinize it closely. A student at Stanford University doing her doctoral thesis on the unusual popularity of the attention afternoon talk shows noted the fierce competition among those programs with guests who are off the beaten track. According to her, almost every regular flamboyant lifestyle you can think of has already been featured on one of the programs, and probably on none of them when you add more probably Jeffrey Springer and others of that ilk who serve as tabloid talk show hosts. They were shown teenagers who marry octogenarian daughters and mothers who dated the same man, people with unusual tattoos, and other people who are totally free of inhibitions. Remuneration for our guests is so small that said the producer that these shows are inexpensive to put on. And say what you want about. Good taste, millions watches every day, and as long as the ratings are that healthy, sponsors will pay good money to be identified with this. The female diatribe rant fortuitous. Lucky, joy, jaunty, sprightly, joy, timorous, timid, fearful, fractious. Broadway, when Monty Zek told his boss, Mr. Foy, that he was quitting accountant to become an actor, the man was convulsed with laughter. After Mr. Foy realized that Monty was obsessed with the idea, he became quite serious, launching into the diatribe on the importance of responsibility in the younger generation. Monty confessed that he had been developing ulcers as an accountant, and when his psychiatrist suggested the sickness was a result of inhibitions, Monty agreed. Now a fortuitous opportunity to get into show business required Monty to make an immediate decision. Mr. Foy stormed out of the office, muttering incoherently about hippies, millennials, and others of that ilk. An all-round man, the need for the decision came about when Monty was invited to join a prestigious summer stock company. Starting in mid-June as a mature apprentice, he would be required to take tickets, paint scenery, prepare placards, assist with lighting, costumes and props, and carry an occasional spearing and walk-on role. Since the company would stage 5 major plays during the summer, as well as half-dozen shows for children, there was a chance that Monty might actually get a part before too many weeks had elapsed. In addition, he would be attending the drama classes that were an integral part of the summer theater. The remuneration would be nominal, but at last, Monty Zilch would be fulfilling a lifelong ambition. From ledgers to scripts. During the first weeks of the summer, Monty Zilch didn't even have time to consider didn't even have time to consider whether he had made an egregious mistake. He was too engrossed in his work, performing 1,001 odd jobs around the theater. First, there was the opening production of Chorus Line, then 2 weeks of The Fantastics, followed by a poem, The Diary of Anne Frank, which did excellent business. All through those weeks, Monty painted, carried, nailed, and collected, ran, studied, and perspired. He had expunged all traces of debts and credits from his mind, burying himself in the more flamboyant world of the theater. Accounting became anathema to him as the schism between his present utopia and his former drudgery widened. Irony for Merriweather. Alas, Monty's chance to perform came. He had played the timorous line in a truncated version of The Wizard of Oz, which the apprentices had staged. But now, there was an open audition to cast the final show of the season. It was to be jaunty original comedy, given the summer trial prior to Broadway opening. Monty, who by now had adopted the stage name of Monty Merriweather, read for the producers, hoping to get a part of the hero's fractious landlord. Unfortunately, the competition was too tough, but the director assigned Monty to a less ostentatious part, and so for the first 2 weeks in September, the stage struck accountant had a 2-minute to line part. What was his role? The hero's accountant. Indian summer, warm autumn weather. Indian summer, same face. Air was dry. Air my dirty laundry in public. Air my dirty laundry. I aired my dirty laundry in public to openly discuss private affairs. Don't air your dirty laundry. Don't air dirty laundry. Don't air your dirty laundry in public. In public. Don't air your dirty laundry in public. Wear my heart on my sleeve. Wear my heart on my sleeve. To make my feelings evident. If you don't like the guys, you have to put your heart on your sleeves. You have to wear your heart. Wear your heart on my sleeves. If you hate the scenes, if you hate the guys, you have to wear your heart. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Please tell how you feel to the people. Air your dirty laundry. Wear save face to avoid disgrace. A lot of men try to save their faces. Indian summer. Anathema, detest. Diatribe, right? Inhibition.